once again, thank you and welcome on my behalf to this event also. As Branko already said, I'm a lead solution engineer at Salesforce. My job is to work with companies such as yours and to solve real-world problems with solutions and products that we have in our portfolio at Salesforce. So, yeah, thank you very much for your time and attention. I hope that this will be a useful session and that we can talk more about these things later on. So, what I will do today is I will show you a demo of our financial services cloud, which is purpose-built to drive businesses such as banking, insurance, and so on. So what we will see, we will actually see a client of a bank that's called Cumulus Bank, that is made-up bank that we use throughout our demos, and a customer of theirs, Julie Morris. So Julie, we will see, so let's suppose Grace has now shown us how we can do engagement in marketing with customers and so on. So let's suppose Julie has become part of this kind of campaigns and so on, and now she has came to a landing page where she will express her interest, and then we will see how we can onboard her and so on. So we will see also how she can schedule an appointment using different tools and capabilities that we have in the platform, how she can interact with the relationship manager, and then how this relationship manager can actually work on this, onboard her, and so on. Then we will fast forward a little bit, and we will see how her full customer 360 profile looks when she is now fully onboarded customer, which has a lot of information in the bank, right? A lot of assets and so on. And then we will see what happens when she experiences some issues and how we can solve this using Gen AI and also human support. Okay, so without further ado, let's start with the demo. So let's suppose this is a landing page where she landed and she will express her interest here. I already typed some details. I can now easily save this. And if we look at what Relationship Manager can now see, we see his home page where he can see different dashboards, information about tasks that he has today, calendar information, and so on. We will not go deeply now into this. This dashboard, I think, is very vividly showing the richness of information that the Relationship Manager can see. However, it is just an example that we made. It can be custom built for any use case that you have in mind. So here I can see some key metrics about my book of business. I can see white spaces, so I know where to focus and what to sell to whom, and so on. As I said, this is just an example, so I will not go really deeply here. So part of my job as a relationship manager right now is to process these leads that come in. So here I have a list of all leads that came today, and one of them is actually Julie Morris, who just actually provided her interest. When I open this lead, I can see different information around it, including the basic information that we have of Julie from what she provided or from what we already have from where we interacted her in the marketing part, right? I can also see these stages where lead goes through, which actually also provide me this guidance that can help me drive this kind of processes, and we can do this in a standardized way across the organization. I can also see AI-driven scores around this lead, and also past interactions that I had. So here you can see I actually did some test emails before. So you can see that there are some emails that I sent. If I want to see what was actually the content, I can easily see it here. You can also see when it was open. You can track this kind of things. So Here, I can already see quite a lot, but for Julie to actually get her account, she will have to actually interact with me, maybe by coming to a branch. Maybe we can do it remotely. I mean, depending what your processes are and how you can better relate to this. Of course, you can do all of this digitally, but in this particular example, we will do it kind of the manual way. So what I will do now, I will actually start writing an email to Julie. And now what's good here, I can actually use a predefined template. So such as this one, let's say, which you see this curly brackets and so on. It doesn't look very nice, but if we actually preview it, you can see that it's already filled with information about Julie that it takes from the lead record. So this is one way. Second way that I can do this is I can actually draft it with Gen AI. So here I can just write into email. By the way, is this big enough for everybody to see, or should I make it a bit bigger? Okay. Okay, so now if I click here, actually Gen AI will use again all the information that we have around Julie, information that we have in Data Cloud, in the CRM itself, right? And it will craft an email that fits the purpose that I ask it to do. Okay, so let's say I'm happy with what I got. I don't think it matters really that much about the content right now. I hope you get the idea. I can also use different capabilities that I have here, such as I can add my availability. So we can easily schedule a meeting. So now, as part of this email, she will also receive this part where she can pick best meeting time for us to meet. And now I can easily send this. Afterwards, when she answers, if she picks some time, I will get it as a notification here in the console. We can see all of these interactions again here in this activity log and so on. So let's say Julie is now ready to actually onboard. We can move this lead to a different stage. I will move it to a qualified stage. This can also happen automatically based on the processes, how you define them, because one of the capabilities of platform is also workflow management. So you can do this kind of things as you wish, right? So now when I converted it to qualified, you can see that we already have here related account field, and we can also see account details here on the right about specific account that is now Julie's account. So she is our net new customer. We didn't know anything about her before, apart from the things that we knew from marketing processes and the information that we already have in Data Cloud. So this is now the account that is created in our CRM for her. It doesn't have much information. You will see later on what happens when she is fully onboarded and when she provides, when she becomes our full customer and starts using all the services that we have. Okay, so with this, I can actually start onboarding her. So let's suppose Julie came to the branch, or we are doing this over the phone. I'm her relationship manager, personal banker, however we want to call the role. I can start the onboarding process again directly from this console. I tend to call this CRM. CRM is kind of underestimating it, but usually everybody relates best when I say CRM. So directly in a CRM, I can basically see this information. I can also drive my work. So I don't have to swivel chair. I don't have to change systems. I do everything here. And the idea is actually for everybody in the bank to use this as they do their work, right? So I can just upload a file here. Okay, so let's try to do this quickly. Let's say this is Julie's ID card. So I can upload it here. As soon as I upload it, it's in the CRM. It can be, propagated. It can be moved to different systems and so on. Now I can continue with the process. So here I have to choose what are her financial goals. Let's say this is one. So I go next here. Now, what we are seeing here is this guided screen flow that leads us through the process. Again, it helps standardizing the processes that you lead, and also makes everything much easier. What is good about it, it's very dynamic. So for instance, when I start selecting, you will see actually later on, when I select the, you will see it in a second. Let me click next here. So when I select a particular bundle that is good for Julie, we will see that actually steps that we have here are dynamically updated. So now we have additional steps that have to be all good. No?
It's turning off, but it's turning back on again.
Okay. Hopefully it will work until the end. Okay, so I choose here this Stratus bundle. If I go next, now for this particular bundle, I do have to get some consents, which I'm getting here. I'm not touching it. It's doing it on its own.
Electricity or something like that.
Okay.
Maybe don't move.
Yeah, like don't don't talk. Okay. So if I proceed here, we came to a step where actually the agreement is already drafted, and now I can see it. It's stored immediately in the CRM. So if I want to preview it, I can easily preview it here. But what is important now is for Julie to sign it. So I can, for instance, send it for signature through email as one of the options that I have. Or if she is already in the branch office, then she can sign it herself. So we can actually use signage pads. So let me do this like, okay, Julie Morris. So she can easily sign, again, directly here, connected to your signage pad system and so on. So with this, we've confirmed that the client has accepted everything, and we can actually proceed with the further stages. So what happens now? In this particular example, we will create internal case that somebody will process, and it will create, it will provision the current account that she needs and so on. But also this can be fully automated. So we can start workflows in different systems and so on through integrations that we would have. Okay, so fast forward, let's say 6 months, 1 year. Julie is now our fully onboarded customer, and she is high net worth customer of ours. And we can see her profile now with all the information here. So basic information as we had before, like phone number and so on. But also we can see these interesting things such as her life events. We can keep track on what's happening in her life. You know, when did she get married? When did she buy a house? Or she bought a new car? Or, you know, she has a baby and so on. So we can better actually adjust to her needs just by looking at this information. We can also keep track about her goals. We can keep track on everything that's happening, sales and support, customer support wise around her. We can see this, again, different dashboards which are specific to Julie, so they show us information that's related to her. But I can also directly see here her financial accounts and the balances that she has on them. So we will actually use this one later on. So let me quickly show you. I can even see the transactions. Now, obviously, this does not just fall out of the sky, right? So you have to do proper integrations. If you wish to have this in, I'll again say CRM. If you don't have to do this kind of integrations, but I think it's very nice to have a single console that everybody in the bank can work with. Okay, so apart from seeing these financial accounts, we can also see I think this is an interesting one. We can see relationships that Julie has. So we can see that she is part of Morris' household. So this is her family, so her and her husband's household. We can see other household members that might or might not be clients of our bank. We can also see that she is connected to Morris Roasters, which is a company, a limited liability company, that she is a CEO of. So we can use also this, again, to better serve her by understanding all of these connections and being able to best predict what she needs, you know, and to advise her what to get and so on, manually or fully automatically by using AI and all the automation capabilities that we have. Okay, so Julie is now our long-term customer, and she has a problem. She lost her card. So let's see now what Julie can do. So she opens this customer support portal, or this might be like internet banking page or mobile banking. This can be even a session through WhatsApp or SMS. That she can open this chat, this web chat, which in the backend actually has our Agentforce, generative AI agent that can serve her. So for this purpose, I actually prepared this in Croatian just to show you flexibility. A little disclaimer, just because this is in Croatian. Support for Croatian language is coming during this month as generally available. It's not generally available right now. Referring back to what Kate started in the beginning with the slide that we are showing some things that are still on the roadmap. So this is one of them, but it is becoming generally available soon. Okay. So I do hope that everybody understands Croatian. We actually agreed that I will present in Croatian, but then everybody started talking in English, so I went with the flow, right? So anyhow, I'm asked here, how can Agentforce help me today? So Julie has a problem with the lost card. So this is why she writes here that she lost her card and that she needs to change it. So what Agentforce is asking us, it wants to do like a second level of confirmation that this is actually Julie. So what it does, it asks me for her email address and for one-time password. Now, this might make sense in your case or not. It's just an example that I actually created here. So this is her email address, and this is the one-time password. And by the way, we were just discussing before with the colleague here how, you know, when I type something, everything shows very quickly. This is not recorded. It's actually real demo. These are just keyboard shortcuts that I'm using. So, yeah, it's live. Okay, so now Agentforce has confirmed my identity, and it is able to block the card. For it to send me the card, it needs another level of, let's say, authentication. So it has to check the address that the card will be sent to. I will write Julie's address here, and now it will cross-reference it with the address that it has in the CRM and other business systems, and it confirms that this is a good address and it can send it. Also, based on my customer profile and all the data that it has now about me, it's asking me to be upgraded to a premium debit card. Now, Julie is a bit skeptical with the offer because it says it's free for the first 3 months. So she will actually ask follow-up question to understand whether this is really true or not. And it actually is. So it's like a perfect offer for her, and she cannot wait to get this card to spend with it. Okay, so she accepts this. And now we've actually solved this problem directly, fully autonomously with the AI agent. So this was one part of the demo that I wanted to show you, and another one will be, just let me quickly restart the chat. Another one will be about the overdraft fee that Julie has noticed on her on her account. So what she will write here, she will say, okay, that she noticed an overdraft fee and that she needs this fee to be waived. So she is asking whether this can be done. So she got the answer now that it can. How did she get this answer? So Agentforce went through all the policies of the bank and checked them and understood what is the issue, did the reasoning around it, and it tells, okay, it can be waived in some circumstances. So first of all, it needs an account number. So now it asks me, but Julie actually doesn't know where her account number is. She is not sure. So she asks, where can she see it? Now, when she asked this, Agentforce again went through knowledge base and all the data that it has and actually provided her with the best possible answer where this information could be. So Julie actually found the number, so she writes that she found it, and Agentforce asks her what the number is. So this is actually the number of her account. And now, once Agentforce has done first level of customer support, it is ready to hand it over to human, which actually it asks here for Julie to accept, and Julie does accept to be transferred to human. So let's see what happens now on the other side. So this is the console that the customer support agent would be using. This is again the same system. You can hear the ring, right? So this is the incoming message. So this is the same system that the salesperson, a relationship manager was using, or maybe somebody from marketing, or maybe, I don't know, underwriters, you know, everybody can use the same system to see the information about the customer and to interact with it. Okay, so this is now the conversation. I can see everything actually that was discussed already with the Agentforce. I can use this kind of templated message. I prepared one here. So, okay, let's say I send this kind of message to Julie just to let her know that I'm now available for her. So she says okay here. And once we start interacting, you will see that, okay, we have to interact a little bit more. Let me just write something else here. Okay, check. No, nothing is happening. Okay, this is the beauty of live demos. So this is just to give a little bit credibility to what I'm showing, so you know it's live. Anyhow, we have this feature of service replies, which actually generates replies using generative AI that I can just post here. At this moment, it doesn't show, but trust me, it is here and it does work almost all the time. Okay, so anyhow, I can interact here with Julie, and I can actually open the case that has now been created for Julie. I can see here, again, different information about this case. I can search knowledge base, for instance, for, so prekoračenje, that would be overdraft, so I can search overdraft, then I can open the policy. So this is actually where Agentforce was getting the information that it used to provide its answers. Okay, so here, I think somewhere in the end, I can see how an overdraft fee can be waived. So now I understand what I have to do. I can actually see what is the related product. We see that this is the account with this particular number, that it's owned by Julie. When I click on Julie, we can again see her accounts. And now trust me, this is the account that was related to the number she provided. And as you can see, we can see that there is an overdraft charge actually here. So I know that I can waive this. I can again start this guided screen flow that will make me solve her case again, everything through the console that I have here. So this is the overdraft fee. So again, this is the same, let's say, technicalities happening in background as when we were onboarding her, just with a different bank process. So this is now the overdraft fee. We gathered all the information, and now if I want, I can create a case, or this will automatically just solve her problem and so on. It is not that important right now for what I'm showing, so we can just go back to the conversation that we had with her. And actually, with this, let's say I've solved her problem, I've interacted with who I have to interact, or did everything automatically here. I can send her also closure message, again in Croatian, which she will receive here in the chat. So what we've seen here, we've seen how Julie first solved one problem fully autonomously by using agentic AI that we have in Agentforce. Secondly, we've seen how we can use, again, agentic AI to do first level support for more complex use cases, where you don't really want to give AI agents the ability to solve them, okay? And then what we did, we seamlessly switched to human. This human had full context of the conversation, and on the other side, customer didn't see any difference. They just continued talking, right? So it all stayed in the flow of work that they had. Now this is, I think, quite a simple example, but it involves so much things and technology that we have in the background. So it wouldn't be easy to build this out of the scratch, because everybody sees, you know, ChatGPT starts writing and think like everything is possible. But the problem is with when you switch from like general knowledge that, let's say, ChatGPT has, to your business information, it's a whole different story. So we have to retrieve all the information, especially for the banking industry, where, you know, compliance is probably the first thing that you look after. It's quite hard, and we do this seamlessly and provide all of this to you in a single platform that works both on the customer side and on the side of your employees. And with that, actually, I'm finished with my demo. Thank you for your attention. This is my LinkedIn profile. If you scan it, feel free to do so. I will be happy to talk to you today.